fire mode. That's fun. Let's choose a flag. Or I might just choose... just like a simple, like... Where's that tree one? There was a tree one. Oh wow. Oh, here it is. Trees. We'll just be the trees company. Everything will just be normal. For those who are unfamiliar with this game, as it crashes, oh, there we go. All we do is do no mechanics, get to space. So here's our beginning space center. We have a primary tracking system, a little research development. Here's our crappy launch pad. Here's our dirt runway. This is where we build our space planes, and this is where we build our rockets. So, we have very little funds. We'll go, oops, I don't want to come here, I want to go. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, so we can have 2 contracts max. So this is an easy one. It's just just do a bunch of experiments. So we'll do that one. We'll grab that. First we'll grab this one, because that's just the start, and that should be good. So let's build a simple rocket. This first rocket's going to be not a lot. So we have this little command pod, we're going to put one little Kerbin in it, and then we're going to put this on it, and then we're going to put and then that should be good. I mean, that will launch and get us to space. You're gonna put this mystery goo. We're gonna put this mystery goo on it, and we can do an experiment. Okay. So it has enough fuel to burn for 8 seconds. And in that 8 seconds, it's going to go roughly 845 meters. So, pretty okay. It'll get us off the ground at least. We could make it explode and try this. This is always fun. Alright, so we'll just fix this space over here. Pop this here. Pop this here. Is this the pop? Just flip these around. Okay, so this one will activate first, it'll go up, and then at a certain altitude we'll pop this, this will go, this will explode off of it, and we'll go even higher. So now this stage has roughly 1,000, so this will get pretty high, actually, so. And, okay, it's 3,000 under, it is 100 budget, okay cool, so this will go. We'll send our dude into space. I mean, and by space I mean a couple of 1,000 feet off the ground. And then it will pummel back down towards. One problem. Okay, I have to make sure that this absolutely positively goes straight up. Because if it flips, the parachute might not be able to deploy, and this will probably die. So we will tell him to hold it straight. There's a little dude, a little Jebediah. And we will... There we go! Yeah! Yeah, okay, so we have to update our... Oh, there it is. Report. So, we almost punched out of the atmosphere. We went much further than I thought. That was pretty good. 25. It's pretty good. That's high. It's about as high as I fly my virtual jet. Wow, I was not expecting to go that high on the first launch. Usually this doesn't happen. Oh, this is a science list mod. But some new mods in here that I haven't used before, so just kind of looking at them. Wow. We're still going. Still got our trajectory. So our highest point is going to be about just under 50. That's wild. We're going to splash back in the water. Great. So let's skip some time here. Not much we can do. We might actually end up going too fast when we come back down, and it might actually end in disaster. So we were going to probably have to try and... There we go. Use our wide body to brake. Hey, we died. Cool. Welcome to Kerbin. That was great. Let's try it again. Welcome to Kerbal Space Program, where things just go boom, and you do rocket science the hard way. Okay, let's do a little time acceleration. Don't show me again, I don't care. And when we get up here, let's get some science. Let's do some science. Yeah, okay. This will be a little better because we hit that booster at a lower approach. So, oh, nope, I don't want that. Stay like this, thank you. We'll use the wide ass body of our ship to slow us down here. This will automatically deploy as soon as it's safe. I did not want that to happen. And now we're just gonna rocket like a bullet. Okay. So this design's not gonna work whatsoever at all. So we're gonna have to just take it slower than I wanted to take it. And we'll launch. That sucks. I was hoping to just do it in one step, get to near space, and then tiny steps, though. Let's get a report here. Yep. Let's. We're gonna take it down. Look at their fancy little spacesuits. We're gonna store that experiment, and then we're gonna pop back in. Whoop. This is not good. This is not where I wanted to be. thanks, Kerbal. We'll recover. We'll get that free science real quick, and then we'll launch again. See, we get some science. Cool. Awesome, free science. 6 whole science data points. Great, and he got a little bit of experience too, so whatever, not bad. And launch. Okay. So we got ground science, we don't have to worry about ground science again. And then, away he goes. Smaller than before, but it's all good. So wait till we get to about the highest. We're gonna end up probably right here at the edge of Fick. So we'll get some high altitude data. High altitude data. We'll look at the mystery goo. Mystery. And we'll start our descent. Get that parachute ready to go. We'll open it a little higher than normal, that way it'll right now we have way less potential energy than we had beforehand, so our descent should be a little bit slower, and then now it's going to be hella slow, because this drag chute is going to maintain slow speed the entire way back down. So this should definitely be a success. And then, of course, we'll use our rocket's own body to kind of slow us down. We will drift to... There we go. And then we'll just lazily fall. It's crazy that this game is from like 2012, 2011. I mean, it has had a long shelf life, that's for sure. And the modding community and getting bought by another games company really has helped keep this game alive for a long time. I was really hoping to get my hands on Kerbal 2 this summer, but that got postponed. Just unfortunate. That game's gonna be great. The amount of hours I put into this game. Alright. Let's status, EVA report in the water, and then hop back in, and then do water, maximize our science gains, and then call for a pickup. Hey! So, first launch complete. We did it. It only took us to virtually kill Jeb twice. There we go, 33 science. So, that's a decent amount of science. Enough for us to get this, so we can actually do some real rocketry stuff. And then, yep, decouplers, which will make it easier. What's this? A thermometer, huh? This is a new part. I wonder what that does. So yep. All right. What else can we? We got 23. I do like some fins. Fins are important. Maybe better parachutes. These are some bigger SRBs, solid booster rockets, so go higher. I want fins though. I think fins are super important. This also has some cool decouplers too. Alright, we're gonna do this one, and then... Okay. So this next one, this next rocket, I think... I mean, do we have enough? We have the parts to do it, but I'm worried that we might not have the weight. So we have 18 tons to try and because our launch pad has a limit to how much how much weight we can put on it. Do we defeat any of these machines? No. So right now it's active. So I thought we did this. I guess maybe we have to do the other mystery goo. This one's easy. We could build like a little rover and just drive around. So I'll hold this in the back pocket for a second here. But this one, I thought for sure we just did that. Right? We did turn our first piece of scientific data. Yep. Destination control. Yep. Yep. Perfect. So, I don't know. Suborbital trajectory. Alright. Maybe that's why it didn't count. So... 18 tons, let's see if we can engineer a tiny little rocket that can actually complete a full orbit around Kerbin. That would be cool. Thank you. So, all we have to work with are these T-100s, and they only have half a ton of fuel. Okay, this guy has far less than one. These are tiny. This is a mod. This is not. Okay. So check out our new engines. This one is a swivel engine, so gimbal, so we can sway side to side, so we can control it in the air. This guy's straight, so this is definitely like more of a lifter engine. And then this is for when you're in the vacuum of space. Because as you see, how much thrust it produces at sea level is only 11 kilonewtons, but in a vacuum it's about 25. So it's much more efficient to use this in space, whereas this one, I mean, all the engines are better in space because they don't have to fight against atmospherics, you know. But this one is dramatically more efficient in space than any of the other ones. And then also, if you look at their specific pulse, right? Internal, I can't remember what the I stands for, but this is basically like, I mean, the easiest way to look at it is like how efficient it is. It's how much fuel it uses per energy given out. So this is far more efficient at sea level, whereas this tiny little guy is far more efficient in the vacuum of space. So I think for this stage, we have these decouplers. The problem with decouplers, though, is they also weigh a lot. And it's an extra part. We're also limited to how many parts we have. Right now, we can only have... Where is it? This is it. Right now, we can only have 30 parts. So we gotta keep it under 18 tons, we gotta keep it under 30 parts. The size we can definitely not have to worry about too much, because the part count will influence the size. So first things first, we'll pop this baby on there. We'll take one that is basically to get us home. This entire part of this engine will just get us home. And then we'll... Okay, we're at 2 tons right now. So let us... I mean, I wonder if it's even worth taking an entire engine up there just to lose it. That's a lot of money to go to waste. It might be better just to take an SRB and essentially use this to circleize. And then hang on, let's switch that around. We can use this to circleize, and then we can use this to take off. Okay, what if that puts me up to 2,000? Let's all set up ready. So launch. When this is empty, this pops, this goes. This is empty, this pops, and then this can tidy up the orbit and also get us home. And then we can try it. It might be too heavy, but we're going to try and bring this whole stage home the best we can. Grab any other... What's this thermometer do? Oh, it's just a reskin of the old thermometer. Okay. This part didn't used to always look like this. It used to look... It just used to look different. That's interesting. It's been about 2 years since I played, so things are different. Okay, 11, 18 tons. Got about... Okay. This should definitely be enough to get us into a suborbital trajectory, and if I fly it efficiently enough, it should definitely be enough to get me into an orbit and back home. So I should have put fins on this. This shouldn't be that bad. It's not that tall. Alright, Jeb, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm thinking probably around 10 is when we're gonna grab and turn this guy. A lot. Ooh, wibbly wobbly. Okay, there we go. Alright, what are we at? Not even close. So, I wonder. Let's try. I know we could definitely probably do this. Let's retry this flight. We might be short like 1,000 Delta V though, so maybe I will have to. Yeah, maybe it's just not possible. Yeah, this isn't gonna be. This isn't gonna get me into space for sure. But it will put me in a suborbital, so that should. That should qualify for. What's this real quick? Yeah, I just have to get up here. I'm not going to be able to do an orbit with the amount of fuel I have left on, but I'll definitely be able to get in touch space. Or, I mean, hypothetically, I could get in and do an orbit, but then Jeb will be stuck in space until I can send someone to go up and rescue him. So, those are the trade-offs. Well, who knows which one we'll do. In terms of like the rocket designs, you definitely can't make them look like bullshits or crap. They have to look like rockets. Like there's a beginning point and an end point on the rocket designs. You can put something and then drag them around a little bit and get creative with how you put places. That's about it. We won't have enough fuel to get home if I continue on this. So it's about 8,000. That's it. We're in space. This is technically space. Space. Yep. This is space. Welcome to space. We did it. I have to unlock more stuff to do an EVA. So that's our first contract complete. So that's going to be 100 grand and some bonus science and some prestige, which is pretty good. Just enough fuel to pretend like we're in orbit. Alright. We only have 70. Technically, it looks like it's a full ring, but because the periaps is actually within, and the periaps is the lowest point in an orbit, it's technically within the atmosphere, so every loop we do will drag us lower and lower as we skirt the atmosphere. So, we came close to having like a complete orbit. I wonder what... I think maybe if I had... just a little more fuel, but not a lot, we could have easily made it in. I think maybe like... if I had 200 more Delta V, I could be comfortable in trying to take us home. So we're just gonna time skip our way around. See what Kerbin sees. There's our planet. Are we in? So we're coming in close. So we'll. This little circle is the opposite direction of our orbit. So this is retrograde, right? And then there's another one on the other side. Ooh, and prograde. So when you point your craft and burn towards prograde, you go faster. It increases your orbit. And if you do it here, the opposite occurs. You go slower, your orbit decreases. And if you burn at periapsis, your apoapsis increases. If you burn at periapsis, your apoapsis, your periapsis increases or decreases. And then of course there's also incline, right? So this would incline the whole orbit. So say if you burned here and you inclined, it would take this point and put it lower, right, or upper. So it'd either come up this way or this way. So change your incline, and then and here is radial in and radial out, and that would literally shift the whole circle this way or shift the whole circle this way if I did it at this point. So, but we're gonna point retrograde because, I mean, right now we are going hella fast. This is very, very, very fast. This is meters per second, so this is a huge number. If you were to translate this into miles per hour, this is massive. So we're gonna come right about here to periapsis. We're gonna try and so we're back in the atmosphere again. Whoop. And we're gonna do just a little bit of a burn. Try and slow us down. Yeah, and as you can see, our periapsis is dropping dramatically as we travel through. As we get to about here, I'm going to want to burn fully because we'll start to break apart if we come in too quick. And that's why I wanted to save more than what I have in terms of fuel. This might not be enough to save Jebediah. He might be dying again, so we'll see. I can't really allow that because he has precious science that I need from this launch. So let's check the temperature now. That's in science. And then, have I already done this? Yes, I have. Okay. See, now we're doing some aero braking because the atmosphere is getting thicker. There's a strong chance that this engine might blow up because of how much heat. It's not really meant to do this. So that's another thing to be worried about. What's my... and our periapsis is actually increasing because I guess we're gaining speed, so that's going to boost us. Tries. Ooh. See, those are the heat meters. Every part has a temperature that it can withstand. Clearly the engine can withstand way more temperature because it's going to be burning at high temperatures in the first place. I think we might have to go another pass. Nope. Okay, this is definitely the end. So let's. There we go. We're out of fuel. Hopefully that tiny little bit helped. Where are we gonna land? There's a slight chance that we might get lucky and land right here. The Space Center's here. I feel like we're gonna probably land right about there, which would be nice. There is the closer you get back to the Space Center, the better refund you get on parts you take back. So it does behoove you to try and get as close as you can to return back to the Space Center. Really, for that little trip around, we had very little control about where we were going to go because, I mean, we didn't even have enough fuel to make a full orbit, so it's not like we had any control about where we did our deorbiting burn and whatnot. All technical terms, I'm sure. Try to use as much of my surface to slow us down. It's cool because in real life what happens is the object gets heated up, right? And it produces like a little buffer all along the entirety of the craft. So there's this little tiny thin air buffer that's going around, and it actually, this wide front part protects everything behind it via this small strip of cooler air that pushes all the hot air up and around it. And so that's why, like, eventually when you get high enough, that air circuit's gone, and then the parts will start to get heated up. And now the engine's taking too much heat, so... This was very optimistic of me to try and bring all this shit back. Generally, you want to make this as light as possible. That way, you just drop this stage. You won't have as much mass to pull you towards the Earth. There's also a strong chance that this engine might blow up, which will make this blow up, which will make this blow up, which could damage this, and then the whole thing will blow up. But I think we'll be fine. I think we will be okay. Shit's hot, yo. Unfortunately, we're gonna just pass the center. There goes all of our science. So this mission was a bust. And her parachute too. So that means Jeb's dead. Okay, I'm gonna go back, because now I know kind of sort of roughly where I went wrong. Poor Jeb. Sucks because I wanted to save all this money, but it's more important that we get the science back. And it's not like this rocket's costing us anything. I mean, it only cost us $4 grand, and we're going to be making $100 grand off this mission. So it's not like, really honestly, we're losing too much by not returning these parts. I just feel bad about, you know, developing these engines and then blowing them up in space. But that space travel, maybe, you know what's crazy? We should do. Hear this here. This will actually help a lot. Yeah. Then we will. Where is it? Then we can use this part to bring this down a little bit. There we go. That's my part count. 16, and we're about 4 tons under. Perfect. So we can put. This guy on. This should help dramatically. Okay, cool. Yep. So let's launch this guy. This should get us somewhere. You know, maybe space. Probably death. This is ridiculous. Okay, so it says here, staged. Okay. Right. Okay, I like that. Okay. This is gonna be wild. Alright. Yeah, things are in the wrong spot. Fins are definitely in the wrong spot. Just unfortunate. Well, it's unfortunate because we're going to lose those fins. I was hoping to use them for this stage, but I guess by the time we get to this stage, we're going to be probably well outside of 40, so they're probably going to be useless by the time we use them. Realistically, maybe I should put 2 on the sides and then just 1 on each of the boosters, and then have it like that. I do that design a lot. Left some fins. I want to start I couldn't get it to turn quicker. I wanted it to be angled way earlier than we were. I have to fix this. Great. And 3, 2, 1, and Actually, that might have actually worked out perfect. Yeah, I mean this is hella high. This is higher than I usually like to go. So we'll wait till we're about here-ish. So yep, back in space. We'll yeah, if I would have had a more efficient curve, that would have been fine. Poor Jeb. It's okay. They're all virtual simulations until it goes right. Then it actually happens. It's anime rules. Until I get another astronaut. The second I have like another pilot who's not Jeb, or I forget her name, Velatine. As soon as it's not like an orange suit, I don't care if they die. I don't. They're Kerbins, man. They're an interesting race of things. This is gonna work. I have just enough fuel on this stage to fix the civilization and then decelerate us. So I think I'm gonna have to try and go for a more optimal launch. Space, I do have to get that science before I forget. Science. Alright. Alrighty, so now 169. Yeah, we can burn here. And come on. Yeah, we needed to do better. Let's do a better launch. Let's just do a better launch. I already know what we need to do, so let's just do it. I think that will be... Alright. I'm going to try it one more time, but I might have to redesign it where the fins are here. And I might have to pop to the different fins. Pop one here, lower them, and then put one here, one here. But I think I can make this one work. Ah. Oh, I love you, Kerbal Space Program. Just punishes you for not paying attention, for sure, 100%. Okay. Let's do that again. All right. That was, that was going great too. Everything was. Second stage. Almost made it. I'm gonna go to about 80, and then I'm gonna kill, and then I'm gonna wait till the apoapse, and then we'll circleize. This should do it. We had a way better curve. As you can see, this curve is way better than what it used to be. So this was perfect. Again, orbiting an object. I mean, it's not all it is just missing. It's just missing the planet constantly. That's all it is to orbit. You're just continuously missing the planet at a constant rate. So it's all orbit, So this should be good. This will definitely work. We just got to time it right. I don't have moving nodes or alarm clocks yet, so it's all going to be about paying attention, timing it right. All right, back in space. Cue the music. There's the space music. Do our mystery goo experiments. Measure the temperature of space. It's cold. Here it's very cold. It's 329 Kelvin. That's cold, yo. Though we are in the direct sunlight, so technically the side of you that would be facing the sun would be super warm, and the side of you not facing the sun would be extraordinarily cold. And then as you rotate, that heat would immediately dissipate. So back in the day, before we used radiators, we would spin the aircraft slowly, so it would, cook evenly, if you will. On all sides. This way, the parts had enough, to kind of radiate. But that's not modeled. Not if mistimed. There's a slight chance that we mistimed that. that's it. We did it. Successful orbit. And we have tons of fuel, so we're going to actually be able to go home. Nice. So, let's go around. Look at that. Okay, so let's time this right here. So there's the Space Center. So we're going to want to burn probably right here. That should give us a little bit of air braking. Yep, okay, so we ran out of electric charge, so we gotta use the engine to recharge. This is not good. This is terrible. Great. Okay, so I was able to get the periapsis below atmosphere, so he's gonna start slowly sinking. The engine does not produce enough electric charge to charge back up the capsule. So I haven't had that happen in a long time. So we're gonna fly through. We're gonna pray that the atmosphere knocks us the right way, and hope we don't blow up. Yeah, at this point, I'm just hoping we get lucky at this point. I don't know, we might not get lucky. We're facing the wrong way. We just gotta hope that it flips us around. Man, this engine has no alternator. I did not know that. That must have been a change that happened when I wasn't paying attention, like one of the patches. I know they re-upped a lot of the engines. Yeah, I need you to flip. I really need you to flip. Okay, here, we can try this. No, it doesn't have a gimbal, so it's not gonna... We're gonna lose all that science. It's probably gonna blow up. That's super frustrating. It's a good amount of science too for this early stage. Yeah, 10 whole science gone. I mean, in order to fix this problem, I'd have to go back to... Well, if the command console survives... Oh, it's gonna take forever for him to come back. All right. I don't know. What should I do? Should I just reset this, or should I go back to the drawing board? And well, I don't have any batteries, and I don't have any solar panels, so it's not even gonna matter. It sucks though, because it's like if I would have just immediately did my deorbital burn instead of going around 3 times, I would have had tons of electrical charge. So But that's what screwed me in the end. There was the fact that I was like, oh, let's just go around once. Okay, let's do it one more time. And I won't make the same mistake. I'll keep an eye on it. And then we'll do this, and then when we land successfully, I think we'll call that good. So we'll put this here. This is stage up here. Kill this. This is all right. This is all good. All right. Set. Wow, that was very efficient, I think. That was pretty good. That was better than... We're gonna have a lot more fuel, I think. To punch through. What is... Okay. So we're gonna have to punch Should have maybe have angled it at 90. That probably would have done me better. On this one. Look at that. That space. Let's turn off that. Okay, and now we can just zoom across. One, two, three. Cool. Alright, and then we will burn this down just a little bit. There we go. Use the atmosphere to break us. Okay, and then we'll hold her at prograde. Hopefully we have enough electric charge to make it all the way down. Look at those peaks. That's really cool. Did I time this right? Where is Cape? So it's over there. We're probably going to land somewhere like right back here. That's unfortunate. I've never been good at predicting where to land. I think that's what I really want to work on in this little series, is like the math behind calculating where I'm going to fall out of orbit. I've never been good. I've always just like been, okay, there's the surface of the object I want to land on. Let's just get to it. So I think I want to try and actually predict where to land. Alright, so here's what we're going to spend as much fuel as we can to try and slow this down. So that's out. Ditch that. And then we might lose our thermometer. That's unfortunate. We're definitely dropping at a much slower rate than last time. So that's good. Get all that weight gone. Should be. I'm hoping this holds out just long enough to get us through this part that we're under 1,000 meters per second when we hit in here. And then increase this just a little. Yeah, there we go. G-forces. I think we made it. I think this is going to be successful. And, yep, there we go. We're going to be under 1,000. Perfect. I think we did it. disengage the parachute, so it'll go right when we need it to go. And there we go. Now, how right was I? I was very wrong. I said here, we're all over here. But it's okay. We're gonna get some mountain signs. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Oh, it's one of the tracking stations. Yeah, it's that tracking station. That's cool. Actually, this might not end well. We're gonna land on this slope, and it's gonna cause us to roll. If we roll down the slope too hard, we will end up blowing up. So let's let's see what happens on here. Once again, this might be a failed. Oh man, just no luck on this. This is like the starter mission, and we're having no luck. And boink. Hey, we landed perfect. Oh, it's only because we have this on. Oh, this is not gonna end well. Boy. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Come on. Welcome to Kerbal. I rarely ever have this much problem. Well, that's it for that. I'll probably do this again on Thursday. Maybe I'll get back in the jet. I don't know. That was dumb. But, when we play KSB, I'll have more graphics, and we'll talk a little more about the math and stuff. I was just trying to get into the air on this one and knock off some dust. There's new stuff, and just like VR, I gotta relearn a bunch of stuff. Thanks for joining me. Love you all. Bye.